expert. And I'm really lucky to be involved with the LA Real Estate Investment Club, LARIC, renamed LA County Real Estate Investment Association. We have a meeting once a month at Culver City, where we have about 250 investors and students. And then we have about 50 vendors. And I go there really personally to meet the vendors, so I have more services to offer to my customers. One of the people I met recently was Cynthia Porter. She's with Black Label Capital. They're a hard money lender. She's here in Santa Monica, and we just had have a little conversation together, talk about how we can help you guys who need hard money lending. Hey, Cynthia, say hi.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
Sure. Just a little background. Where are you from originally?
Originally from here, from California, born and raised in Walnut Grove, California, which is between Sacramento and Stockton. Went to college, San Diego State, met my husband.
Conquistadors.
Yeah. And he was military, retired Marine Corps aviator, 20 years. And we retired in Texas. So we've been in Texas probably 13 or 14 years now. So yeah, we're pretty much Texans, but it's very hard to let go of our California roots.
And you're in Santa Monica here, and you're here in LA, it sounds like regularly.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I've lived in Long Beach and a couple of other places. So I know the area very well. And I'm happy to be here whenever I can. You know, it's always a nice place to visit and to stay. So I'm enjoying myself.
Nice. Well, welcome. So talk about Black Label Capital, true lending partner. Tell me about what you guys do. What's your primary focus?
Well, right now, I think probably our biggest focus is the fix and flip. In Texas, new construction is very popular. It's probably not as popular out here. But we are short-term, 6-12 months financing for those fix and flips. And our rates are really good, I think, 7 to 9%. Just depending on the situation. And we do look at everything from land to apartment complexes to townhouse communities to single family. I even just did a mobile home. So the owner of our company is willing to look at anything and everything. He's retired, or he's not retired, but he's a former Marine sniper. And so he's very specific, and he's very black and white. And I like that because we can get things done. And if we can't, we can tell you right away too. So we don't waste anybody's time. Yeah, we do some long-term things too. We do rehabs. We'll do some bridge loans. So just, a little bit of everything. It's always worth a question. I'm always happy to present whatever makes sense. But we do know that we have, even though we're based out of Texas, we do have a lot of California investors buying in Texas. We've got a lot of land.
Now, I saw you at the LARIC event last month. Are you going to be there this week, next week as well?
I'm not, unfortunately. No, I have to be in San Antonio next week. But I probably will be around in July. So I'm looking forward to that. It was a great event, and really interesting to meet everybody in their different projects and what they've got going on in California. So it was great.
One of the things when I researched you, I met you, and I right away could tell you know the business, and that you guys were serious, and your vendor there means that you're doing business as well. One thing that's really interesting to me was your website, and that you list some of the products you do right there and some kind of sample or current rates. Could we go ahead and walk through some of those? You can maybe expand a little bit on what those products are and what those rates are and how those numbers look today.
Well, again, like we are probably 80% of our business is the fix and flip. And with it being so readily available information online, in every state, really, right. It's just probably the quickest, easiest route. We do close in 5 to 10 days if you need something really quick. I do know that our rehab loans, right there on the screen. And the bridge loans, bridge loans are pretty popular, I think, out here in California. Also, the general loan is about 2 points. We are willing to work with investors, if they're doing multi, multiple properties and things. Again, everything, I'm willing to present everything that I get,
Sure.
as long as it makes sense. But we are open, like I said, just about anything. So the website gives a pretty good detail. It does have a link to apply. It's very basic information. We're not a fly-by-night hard money lender. So we want serious investors. We do ask for a resume. We do want to see what you've done in the last 36 months. Because, we obviously want to add value to your business, and we would love to have the repeat business as well. So liquidity is important to us. We just want good quality and investors to work with.
It's like when you say, for example, 75% LAR loan to ARV, that's going to be for an experienced investor. A newer investor, you're going to come down that loan to value probably 5 or 10% from there. But for an experienced investor, you go up to 100% of loan cost. Again, if it hits that criteria. But again, for new investors, might come down a little bit. So if you're an experienced investor, might be good to get a second quote or to take a deal that you'll get the terms you want to you guys. And then the new investor, just know these numbers are more for the experienced investors, and they're going to pay a little bit of a premium for that.
Not that we're not willing to work with new investors. We are. Right. A large part of what we base our approvals on is the scope of work, right? So as long as that's presented and it makes sense, then again, we will look at anything. And I have one new investor right now. He is a real estate agent. So he's obviously been involved in that type of business for a very long time. So obviously understands the process and what's needed, and the value of the scope of work and a BPO and all that good stuff. So, those things just help us confidence wise and to get it done quickly for you.
Got it. And so rehab loan, you might go up to 90% at 7.49 or 7.5%. You might go to 100% up to 10%, obviously at a higher risk. And again, those are loan to values probably for more experienced investors. But if you're new, what I always tell people is don't get scared off. You can either find a partner to go with you on the qualifying the first time around or second time around, or you can negotiate the terms and maybe you pay a little bit more the first time around, but you'll learn, you get the track record, and you get a better price the second time around. So if you're building a business, that makes sense. If you're building just one transaction, this is a tough business to do one transaction in. What do you see as a common denominator of people who are successful, getting their first transaction done and making money on it, getting ready, position yourselves for a second deal? What do you see as a common denominator in those people?
Just education, know your area, know what you're buying, and be prepared for the worst, honestly, right? Like values don't always come in, issues pop up maybe with the property, but having, I love it when I hear people have a mentor. I have a mentor, in different facets of my life. And I just think that it helps you grow and helps you understand your business, because real estate's ever changing. We're dealing with, pandemics, right? We've never dealt with that before. So we're just kind of trying to ride that wave, and those experienced investors that have done their homework, have gone to seminars and to workshops, and that really know how to handle a transaction. Those are the ones that are surviving. Those are the ones that are doing well. I mean, everyone's an investor now, right? They all watch HGTV. So there's a little bit more to it than just that hour on TV. So definitely knowing where you are and what you want to achieve.
As a professional, I'd say those programs they can be entertaining. Yeah. But they don't look anything like what my business looks like. I don't,
I'm guilty. I watch it. I watch HGTV all the time.
Interesting. I don't. I just, it's because the drama I'm not interested in, and the business isn't so much business. I have a good friend of mine who's a star of one of the biggest programs, and he said, the only thing about reality TV is nothing is real.
Right.
So I learned that lesson early on, and I think that's been my experience as well. So is there any particular resource you point people to who are getting started for education? obviously I really like that LARIC event as a way to meet people, find different flavors of programs, different flavors of coaches and investors and mentors, like you mentioned. Where do you recommend people who are new and starting out, or maybe somewhat new and trying to improve? What resources do you see for them to help them on their path?
Well, definitely whatever you can find, online is the easiest. That way you can do it whenever you like. I'm personally like a face-to-face. So going out like to the events and just the open conversation situations where you can talk to people and get different opinions.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody who is a 25-year-old investor is going to have a different idea of somebody maybe that's 50 years old, or, somebody who is looking to buy in Los Angeles as opposed to at the beach, or just those different concepts on how to handle it, because you're never going to know everything there is to know in this business, right?
Right.
And it's not for the faint of heart. So as long as you put yourself in a position where you're willing to listen to the good, the bad, the ugly, and just ask questions. There is no harm in calling a couple different hard money lenders, right? Calling a couple different lenders in general, Fannie Mae lenders, however, just traditional lending, just so that you understand the process and what happens and what everybody looks for. Because there are, again, our money lenders who will just take a pulse and give you money, right?
Right.
But they're quick to hold on to your property when you don't come through. So you definitely want to do your homework and have a reputable company that you're working with, because it is your business and you do want to grow it, and we want to help you grow it.
Well, I appreciate that. And I met you, and it struck me right away that you were a business person, that you look at this about building relationships. And when I go to the LARIC event, I go to meet the vendors personally. I go to try to talk to all of them, because I find people like you who are serious and in this business full time have value. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but down the road. And I want to introduce you to my network of people. I get often asked about hard money lenders, and to me, some come, some go. I'm always looking for new people, new relationships. I think there's different flavors of people, different styles that appeal to people. And I like your energy right away. I think, I don't know if it's your smile or the Texas can-do attitude or what it is, but I liked it. So I was really glad to get a chance to chat with you. So hopefully we'll see you maybe in July at the LARIC event back in Culver City. Good. In the meantime, if someone to get a hold of you, I have your contact info, blacklabelcapital.com is the website. What's the best way to reach you? Is it go on there, a questionnaire, or is there an email number or phone number that you want to give out to people?
I always, I always have my phone, and I do always answer my phone. So text me, call me. My phone number is 850-748-5995. And again, I do answer my phone. I have no problem responding with the text if I'm on another call. But you can feel free to email me scenarios too at cporter@blacklabelcapital.com. And in our, I'm pretty proud of our website. It does have quite a bit of detail to it.
Yeah, it does.
And so if you, want to peruse that, or you have a question, just reach out and let me know. I'm very honest. I won't drag you through the mud and try to waste your time. So time is money, right? So anything is possible, but it just has to make sense. So happy to talk to anybody or answer any questions you might have.
Well, Cynthia, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate getting a chance to chat with you. We'll put your contact information in the show notes and look forward to seeing you at the LARIC event in July.
Great. Thanks again.
Thanks so much.